What's good, everybody? Thanks for tapping back in. It's your boy Savage Studios. You know the name, you know my game, you know what's up with it. Much love, much respect to everybody who's tapped in. Much love, much respect to everybody who's decided to tap out, can no longer watch my videos. You know how we do it over here. It's a universal love for everybody, including the haters. You know how we do it. If you like yesterday's video, I'm glad. Today will be a video very similar to that. Go ahead and smash that like button, man. It's for free. Don't cost you nothing. Keep the video in rotation. Subscribe to the channel, man. If you ain't subscribed yet, subscribe. If you do decide to subscribe, hit that bell notification icon right next to the subscription button. That way you'll be notified, be one of the first ones notified every time I drop a video. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into this. One time I actually knocked out one of my homeboys, broke his nose and blackened both of his eyes because of a scandalous business deal that I felt like should have been handled by him, and he didn't want to handle it, and he got mad at me for pointing it out that he should be the one to handle it. So basically we had a table, you know, I'm not gonna get to saying names and prisons and all this, but we had a table where we all chilled, right? We had our table, this gang over there with their table, they with their table. You know how it goes, right? So we sitting at the table, man, mingling, and the homie comes out and he's like, listen, man, this cat just came, he just landed on the yard. And I sold him something. And he hasn't paid me. Or he gave me something, I think it was a TV or something, and it didn't work. It was a lemon, you know what I mean? It was false, fraudulent. So, you know, that's the worst way to get burned in prison. You get burned like that, it's automatic on sight, at least for me. You know what I mean? You burn me like that, I'm coming at your throat, man, for real. But he comes out to the yard and he expresses it. So the homie who plugged them two together, the homie who hugged them two together, the guy who just landed in him to do that business, he's in one block. So they go from 5 to 1, sometimes 1 to 5 in rotation to let yard out. So finally he comes out and we're talking to him and we're letting him know, like, hey bro, like, what's up with this dude? Why'd you put him in contact with the homie and he burned him? Listen, oh yeah, let me apologize for my allergies too, y'all. My allergies is horrible right now. But so he basically gets all defensive, you know what I'm saying? He's like, hey, we're grown, man. That's nobody else's business but ours. Which to a certain extent, I guess, is right. That's how I would have handled it. I would have went about it the same way, maybe just a little more strongly, a little more passionately. I don't know what you would call that. But dude comes out of the block and I'm telling him, look, before y'all recall, you need to rush that dude. Like, all of us at the table is like, bro, you gotta rush him, you know, get off on that fool, you know, he burned the homie. And he's trying to like talk his way out of it or whatever. So they do a yard recall. They end up doing, we do our yard. I got my own business to handle. I'm playing handball. I'm in the handball tournament. And then plus I'm making a little bit of money on the side, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not too involved in that. And plus, who's trying to go back to the hole behind something that ain't even invested in my pockets? So I wasn't really tripping on it too much. I just didn't want the homies or the table looking like punks, you know what I mean? I didn't want nobody looking like they got burned. So when yard recall comes, I'm like, damn, the alarm never went off. He never handled it. So we come back out, and when we come back out, I'm hot. I'm already ready to get on with this fool. Low key, I'm just looking for any reason. So we're at the table, and they finally let him out. And when he comes to the table, I'm like, hey fool, I'm letting all the homies know at the table, like, I'm about to tell him right now. As soon as he comes out, I'm about to question him. I'm about to ask him right now, how come he didn't bust a grape? So when he comes out, I'm like, what's up, bro? How come you didn't get out? Like, how come you didn't even take off on him and shit? He's like, honestly, he's like, I know I introduced him to the homie, but I feel like the homie should be the one to get out with them since the homie's the one that got burned. And I'm like, I was like, oh, so that's how this fool just trying to leave another homie out to hang, you know what I'm saying? So he goes on about saying, oh, this is my man business, you know, why are you in my business or whatever. So when he says that, I'm like, huh? Like, I just took that opportunity to strike. So I got my foot, I'm leaned up on the table talking, and all the homies is around the table, and I'm like, what? And he's like, what you mean? And so we stepped up off the table, man, and I cracked him. But no, he threw a punch. He was a little bit shorter than me. He was probably a lot of bit shorter than me, actually. His head came up to like maybe under my chin. But you know, he's just a little YA baby, little knucklehead, you know, been there, done that. No, you know what I mean? Size don't matter. Let's just say it like that. Size don't always matter. So he throws a punch at the same time I throw a punch, but mine's, obviously I got this long ass reach. Mine's connects way before his would have ever connected, and he goes down like a sack of potatoes. And I'm about to start getting on him, but the homies get in the way. They're like, no. You know, and I caught myself like, oh shit, you know, You don't do that. You know what I mean? We're not trying to stomp each other out. We're not trying to dog each other like that. You know what I'm saying? We're just trying to get the point across. So he jumps up. When this fool jumps up, he's like, what the F, dog? Hey, what the F? You know what I mean? I'm not trying to cuss for the video, you know what I mean? But he's like, hey, what the F, man? Hey, that ain't cool. But he's holding his snot box. He's like, that ain't cool, man. You ain't have to do it like that. It wasn't even a fight. Like, to be realistic, like, it was just, we both threw a punch at the same time, and I knocked his ass out. But when he jumped up, he was heated. So he takes his, the homie took off his t-shirt just to get, because we didn't get caught. It was so fast, the tower missed us, the yard cops missed us, everybody missed us. So when he takes his hand off, his nose looks like the letter S, man. Like, like everyone looked at him and was like, oh, all the homies is looking at me like, damn. So the homie from Azusa, takes off his shirt, bandages up his face, and they walk across the yard over to where the sinks are so he can like clean off the blood, because it's blooded up. So, as soon as he leaves, all the homies are like, hey, dog, why'd you do him like that? Like, why'd you do him that hard? Like, why, you know what I mean? Why'd you smash on him like that? And I'm like, wait, hold on. Like, I thought we all had an understanding that this was the right thing to do. I thought we all had an understanding that this fool literally put a bro in danger and didn't want to help him. How is that? How are you my homie? How can I trust you, dog, if you gonna hang your own out to dry at yard? You know what I mean? Nobody knows who this new cat was who came off the yard. He probably came from another yard for a dope debt. Who knows why he came in the yard? So you're gonna let the homie get burned and tell the homie, oh, you gotta do something about it. Let me tell you something. In prison, how I function, if I see you on the yard, you my boy, we talk, whatever we do, and then I say, hey, look, hey, dog, I got somebody that's trying to buy this, or if you're trying to sell this, they want to buy this, or vice versa, whatever the case is. If I take on the responsibility of plugging you with anybody, if I plug you with anybody and it goes south, I'm gonna take care of that, just because of the kind of guy I am. Now, a lot of opportunists, a lot of little manipulative opportunist cowards, they're everywhere, on the line, everywhere. They'll leave you out they'll hang you out to dry, like, oh, that fool burned you? Word? Settle? Man, you gotta get on that fool, dog. You gonna let him burn you? But it's like, hey, homie, you introduced me to him, though. As a man, you should want to take that. As a man, you should want to go. As my boy, you should want to go. As someone a part of the same thing that I'm a part of, you should want to go. That ain't the case with everybody, but for me, it was. So after I break the homie's nose, I felt bad. You feel me? Because he ain't no little kid. He's not a kid. He's been doing time longer than me. He ain't no little weenie. It ain't no situation like that. But he just couldn't see me. And I ain't got the best hands in the world. I'm not even trying to tell y'all that. He just couldn't see me. Like, sometimes you can see somebody and sometimes you can't see somebody with the hands. It just wasn't his lucky day and he couldn't see me. So after I took care of him, polished his little nose off and shit, helped him out, help him see the light on his error of judgment and ways. I had the homies, two of the little homies and shit. I was like, as soon as this fool comes out to yards, because we didn't get caught. Remember, we didn't get caught. I was like, as soon as they open up yard again this afternoon, you two can get up on this fool, dust this fool off all over the yard. And sure enough, that's what they did. They did yard recall. They let my block out. They let 4 block out. We let them come to yard first. We waited till everybody was there. You know what I'm saying? Went over to the other table real quick. Let them know, hey, bro, we got something going on right now. There's about to be a move. Go to the other table. There's about to be a move. Just, you know what I mean? You do that so that they don't get jumpy, because everyone's jumpy at yard. And whenever something's about to kick, a table will really gather tight. You know what I'm saying? And other tables will peep it out. The yard's really weary like that. Everyone's really cautious. So it's a more considerate thing to do, to just go to someone and be like, hey, look, man, this was going to happen. I'm just giving you guys a heads up. So that's what we ended up doing. And then two of the homies, one of them's like 6'4", man, big old youngster, man, and another homie, man, I actually just posted a pic of him not too long ago. They both got on him, started dusting his ass all over the yard, but he started running, like, not dead sprint running, but like back pedal running, you know what I'm saying? And it got to the point where I was so displeased with what was happening. I was trying to get to him too, but I heard the COs running across the yard, coming at us, screaming, throwing those little grenades. They throw the little thing, boom, right? I was just like, so they could hear me. I was like, hey, all right, guys, that's enough. But what I was trying to do as I was walking up is I was trying to trap him. Because, like, let's say he would backpedal this way. They're chasing him. I would try to come from this side and act like I was playing, like, the middleman to try to break it up. But I was just trying to get close to this dude to really, you know, give him the business, because it just wasn't up to par with how I wanted it to be done, or how, at least how I saw it in my head. And that's it. Actually, I've done that a few times. But I just wanted to share a quick little story with you. The time I had to knock a homie's ass out, break his freaking nose at yard. You know what I'm saying? Because of morals. Always stick up for your morals. Always stand up for your morals. If someone's at a yard, I don't care who they connected to. I don't care who they plugged up with. I don't care how big and bad they look. If anybody makes you feel disrespected as a man, I don't even care what your repercussions going to be. Because, you know, certain organizations and shit, you can't put your hands on the homie. You can't box a homie. You take flight on the wrong homie. You're truvo. Don't ever let that ever make you compromise what your morals are. If another man comes to you or makes you feel played, you better get paid. And that's the way Savvy do it. Much love, much respect. I'm out.